Hi, this video tutorial will teach you to find rules in the form of y equals mx plus c when you're given 2 points. So here's 1 point, 4 and 12, so x is 4, y is 12, and here's your second point, x is 7, y is 24. So we'll just get a copy of this and I'll show you the working required. So, here we go, we'll do it over here. So here's our 2 points, I might just circle them. There's 1 point, and here's our second point. Okay, so to find rules, they're always in the form of y equals mx plus c. So the first step is make sure you have an xy table with 2 points, and we do. Point 1, point 2, so that one's done. Next, find m by change in y over change in x, which means y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So I'll explain that one a bit more. So m is the gradient, and gradient just means the steepness. So all it means is how far up or down it goes when you go across. So that's a steep gradient, that's a pretty shallow gradient, etc. So how do we find the gradient? M equals the change in y over the change in x. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. We can just look at the table and say, well, how much did the y change by? It went from 12 to 24, so that's a change of 12. Divided by the change in x. Well, x changed from 4 to 7. That's a change of 3. So that means 12 on 3 is 4. So the gradient is actually 4. Another way you could do it, to find changes, usually change just means the last minus the first. So that's not a bad way to do it, especially when we have negative numbers up here. So I'll just show you this technique. That's what change means. Last take first, or sometimes we might say it's the final, take away the initial. Because last is final, first, another word for first is initial. So we'll get the same answer, I'll just show you this technique. So if we do the last take away the first, so that's what change means. So if we do the last y, take away the first, so 24 take 12, divided by the last x, take away the first x, so that's 7 take away 4. Which is 24 take 12, that's 12, 7 take 4 is 3, and 12 on 3 is 4. So see how we got the same answer. So you can just do it in your head like I did it first time, or as they get harder, if we have negative numbers, you might use this method then. Okay. Another way we can say it's y2 take minus 1, so the last y take the first y, divided by x2 take x1, which is the last x minus the first x. Okay. So anyway, that one's done. We've got m. So step 2 is finished. Now sub in your m value and the x and y from one of your points to solve for c. Okay, so I might use a new colour now. We know y equals mx plus c. And we know that m equals 4. And if we choose one of these points, as step 3 says, we'll just choose the first point here. For the first point, x equals 4. And y equals 12. Okay, so instead of writing y equals mx plus c, we can now put y equals 12 in for y, so y is 12, m was 4, x was 4, now that looks like 44, but we mean to times them together, so we should put times there. Okay, otherwise it looks a bit weird. Plus c, we don't know. Okay, because step 3 is solving for c. So let's simplify things. The left side is just 12. On the right side, 4 times 4 is 16, plus C. Okay, now to solve for C, we can do it in our heads. 16 plus something gives 12, so C must be -4. But we can also do it using our algebra technique. If we get C by itself, it's solved, isn't it? So we need to get rid of this 16. So it's just got 16 sitting there, so we better take that away to get rid of it. And we take it away on this side as well, and it will be gone. So what are we left with? Okay, on the left side, 12 take away -16 is -4. 16 takes 16, that's 0, so it's gone. So on the right side, we've just got C. So -4 equals C. Okay, so now we found M, we found C. So write y equals mx plus c, but sub in the m and c values you just found. Well, let's do it right here. So y equals mx plus c, but sub in the m and c values you just found. So we say y equals, m was 4, x, and then sub in our c value, plus c is -4. We can simplify it one more step, because a plus and a minus together is just a minus, really. So there's our final answer for that one.